Learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the judgment and order passed by the Divisional Joint Registrar is passed after perusal of the record and the documents. The same is well reasoned judgment and the said judgment an order is set aside by the revisional authority without calling record of the case. It is further submitted that the petitioner is a member of the society and she has deposited the entire amount of membership which was required to be deposited in accordance with the bylaws. It is further submitted that by way of resolution, without affording opportunity to the petitioner, no membership can be cancelled. According to the learned counsel, the resolution passed by the respondent number 1 society is in utter disregard to the provisions of section 35 of the said act, since no notice or opportunity of hearing was afforded to her before resolution was passed. It is further argued that while entertaining revision there is no compliance of Rule 26, Rule 29 of the said rules, which contemplates that any resolution passed by the society expelling member should be approved by the assistant registrar. It is further argued that the order passed in revision by the state government is without jurisdiction. The revisional powers under section 154 of the said act are vested with the state government. Para. The business rules are framed under Rule 166 of the Constitution of India, and powers to decide the appeal or revision are delegated to the minister on behalf of the Governor of Maharashtra under Rule 6 of the said rules. Those powers are delegated to the cabinet minister, and therefore the said powers delegated under Article 166 of the Constitution of India cannot be exercised by the Secretary. Learned counsel further invited my attention to the judgment delivered by the full bench in the case of Sheikh Mohammed versus Iqbal and others, reported in AIR 2000, Bombay 353, to contend that the order passed by the Secretary in revision is without jurisdiction. It is further argued that the administrator who was appointed to look after the affairs of the respondent number 2 society had no power to grant or cancel the membership in respect of his contention. Learned counsel placed reliance on the judgment of this court in the case of Munna Jaisingh versus J. Builders and others, reported in 2003. Learned counsel has taken me through the contents of the pleading in the petition and the annexures thereto, as well as the order passed by the revisional authority. He submitted that the point of limitation was not raised by other side before the appellate authority. Para. Learned counsel for the petitioner ultimately submits that the writ petition deserves to be allowed. Learned counsel appearing for respondent number 3 has invited my attention to the provisions of section 152 of the Societies Act, and more particularly subsection 3 of section 152, and submitted that if the petitioner was aggrieved by the resolution passed by Respondent number 1 Society expelling the petitioner, the appeal should have been filed within 2 months from the date of resolution. He further submits that even if it is admitted that the petitioner was not aware about passing of resolution, even then there was communication dated 2/8/1992 by respondent number 1 to the petitioner about her expulsion as members as per the resolution number 7 passed by the general body meeting held on 26/7/1992. Learned Counsel invited my attention to the provisions of Section 153 of the Societies Act and submitted that the authority has no power to condone the delay unless application is filed as required under Section 153 of the Societies Act for condonation of delay. The judgment and order passed in appeal is silent about the delay in filing the appeal. Stop.